Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for October 10th, 2014. It's currently 7:30 a.m. We have a variety of temperatures out there throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Over the far northern interior, we have temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 30s in some of your secluded valleys to the upper 30s to lower 40s over the rest of the northern interior. In the New York City metropolitan area, we have temperatures in the mid 40s, and in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, a wide range of temperatures from the upper 40s to the mid 50s. Of course, the mid 50s within Philadelphia itself due to some urban heating. So, for the most part, we have tranquil weather conditions with scattered cloud cover, increasing cloud cover to our south and west. That's going to expand throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area the rest of the day. And winds from the north that will veer to the northeast around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures will peak in the upper 50s to lower 60s for highs this afternoon, which is slightly below normal for this time of year, with rain developing by this afternoon and especially this evening. On the latest surface map, you can see our cold front is stalled to the south of New Jersey, basically over southern Delaware and Maryland, cutting through Virginia and off towards the Tennessee River Valley, where we have a series of low pressure systems developing over the southern plains and Mississippi River Valley. These low pressure systems will continue to organize and intensify, producing moderate to heavy rain over the region by the time we get to tonight into tomorrow morning, and some locations will have the potential to exceed an inch of rain, especially over central and southern New Jersey. Let's take a look at the radar and kind of see how this whole system is kind of developing here. Right now we are high and dry and very nice for the morning rush hour. However, you can see that rainfall starting to develop out in the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys. This rainfall will slowly approach our region, should get here between 4 and 5 p.m. and then expand and basically cover the entire region later on this evening. By 11 o'clock tonight, everyone will be seeing rain, and some of that rain will be heavy at times, as this heavy rainfall will basically rush right through the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area over the next 24 to 30 hours, producing rainfall amounts again ranging from a quarter of an inch over northern Pennsylvania to as much as an inch and a half of rain over portions of central and southern New Jersey and much of Long Island. On the water vapor satellite picture, you kind of see how this whole pattern is setting up, and it's very interesting considering we are entering the cold season pattern here. We have a very impressive upper level low over southeastern Canada, and that of course is transporting plenty of polar disturbances through the Great Lakes and into the northern Mid-Atlantic, thus why we are a bit chilly with temperatures slightly below normal, and that's going to continue on through this upcoming weekend. So we have the polar air mass and we have a thermal gradient as a result along the coast. And then you have the subtropical jet stream introducing plenty of moisture and also its own brand of disturbances. So these two jet streams interact, and what you end up with is what's called an area low pressure producing moderate to heavy rain throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. It is basically an isotropic lifting event with warmer air trying to move over the cooler air, enhanced by disturbances moving along that boundary. So it's a pretty interesting pattern to definitely watch. In case anyone's kind of noticing what's brewing out here in the Atlantic, this is a subtropical disturbance. It will not have any direct impact on our neck of the woods, but it will have an influence on the 500 millibar pattern, keeping what's called a negative NAO pattern in place for the next several days. And that's going to have a significant impact on our forecast moving forward, especially for an advancing cold front by the end of next week. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see all the higher cloud tops developing over the Mississippi River Valley and also the southern plains, the central plains, back towards the Tennessee River Valley. What's happening here? Well, what we're seeing here are colder cloud tops, and those colder cloud tops are developing because there's stronger lifting. So the stronger the lifting, the higher the cloud, the colder the cloud top. So that's why when we see these colors here of yellows and oranges, that means that there's significant lifting going on in the atmosphere. So this cold front boundary that's becoming stationary is basically supporting significant lifting and thus the moderate to heavy rainfall, and that is exactly what is heading towards our neck of the woods over the next 30 hours. Now, we have the European model guidance here. I could have used the GFS, but I like the European handling on the pattern overall for the most part. So for today, increasing clouds, rain developing later on in the afternoon and through the evening hours. Temperatures today will rise into the upper 50s to lower 60s. Tonight into tomorrow, moderate to heavy rainfall. Here's how I'm seeing this break down. Along the coast and in the immediate Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas, and this includes Long Island, half an inch to an inch and a half of rain will be possible with some of those heavy downpours especially. Just north and west of the major cities, I'm looking for a quarter of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. Some locations could touch an inch of rain if we get into some of those heavier downpours. This also includes southern Connecticut. Then further north in the far northern interior, we're talking about northeastern Pennsylvania, uh, portions of the Hudson River Valley, north of White Plains, and also northern Connecticut. I'm looking only for about a tenth to a quarter of an inch of rain. Most of the rainfall will remain to your south. You'll have variable cloud cover, a few scattered showers here and there, but you really do miss the bulk of the steady, heavy rainfall. Temperatures will range from the mid to upper 40s for lows and upper 50s to lower 60s for highs throughout the entire region. By the time we get to Saturday night, that low pressure system will exit. This stationary front will still linger off of the New Jersey coast, but we'll have high pressure kind of nosing in from the Canadian Maritimes and also the Gulf of Maine. So what I'm expecting is clearing skies from north to south, but there's still going to be a threat for a few isolated showers on Sunday and for Monday. So while most locations will remain dry, I can't rule out an isolated shower here or there. So clearly your best day of the weekend is going to be on Sunday with scattered cloud cover and generally dry conditions. Temperatures will be rather chilly. Low temperatures will be in the mid to upper 30s over much of the interior. You could see a few lower to mid 30s and some freezing conditions in some of your interior valleys. Along the coast, upper 30s to lower 40s for lows. That's pretty chilly for this time of year. Probably the urban locations within New York City and Philadelphia, probably more like around 44, 45 degrees for a low. But you get the point. It's going to be chilly. Now, for high temperatures on Sunday, I'm looking at upper 50s to lower 60s throughout the entire region. Monday, we warm up just a little bit in the lower to mid 60s, which is still slightly below normal for this time of year. Then we're going to have a warm front lift northward Monday night into Tuesday morning. I'm expecting a few isolated to widely scattered showers. There is some talk out there on the internet of a severe threat for Tuesday and Wednesday with this warm front. There are several reasons why I don't think that's going to happen. Let me just point out one really important one. You see this purple here? This means sinking air. You see, what's happening here is we're having what's called negatively tilted trough intensify out over the Mississippi River Valley. And that's going to lead to a very strong storm developing over the central Mississippi River Valley, and then that's going to lift up to the Ohio River Valley and eventually through our neck of the woods on Thursday and Friday with periods of moderate to heavy rainfall. However, with this warm front lifting north, yes, there'll be a few showers, scattered cloud cover, and definitely much warmer temperatures. The potential for severe weather is going to be limited because what you have here is very strong sinking air, and that's what this purple represents here. So all this red here means lifting air, so you have a lot of thunderstorms, heavy rainfall developing over the Ohio River Valley, but because of all that rising air, there must be sinking air, and that's exactly what's going to develop over the northern Mid-Atlantic and New England for Tuesday. And as we expand out into Wednesday, you see the same scenario once again with a nice ridge right over the northern Mid-Atlantic. So for Tuesday and Wednesday, I do expect a threat for scattered showers, but overall, a non-severe weather day. Okay? Temperatures, though, will be very warm, well above normal for this time of year. Mid to upper 50s for lows, lower to mid 70s for highs. Then that cold front's going to slowly move through on Thursday and Friday with periods of moderate to heavy rainfall as that cold front slowly pushes through. We're going to have to watch the timing of this cold front in relation to temperatures. I'm staying out of the 70s here because I think we're going to see plenty of rainfall and keeping temperatures basically pretty close to between the low and the high, only varying about 10 degrees. So looking at lower to mid 50s for lows and mid to upper 60s for highs. So most likely you'll range anywhere from about 55 to 65 that day on Thursday and Friday with a southeasterly wind, moderate to heavy rainfall, and an advancing cold front. And depending on the timing of that cold front will tell us exactly just how warm we get, especially on Friday as that cold front exits. Well, that is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.